You're sitting at your desk, it's 11:30 p.m., and you're staring at your banking app. You just got paid, but after the rent, the car payment, and that essential grocery run, that number at the bottom is looking thin. You know you should be investing, but every time you look at a $1,000 balance, it feels like it's not enough to actually change your life. So, you end up spending it on a new phone or a weekend trip because, hey, you deserve a win, right? But then the cycle repeats next month. You feel like you're running on a financial treadmill that's set just a little too fast for you to ever get ahead. My name is Badger, and I spend way too much time thinking about how the wealthy actually move their money. If you're someone who feels like you're doing everything right, but your net worth is staying stubbornly flat, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. The reality check. Look, here's the thing. Most people think that to build wealth, you need to dump $100,000 into a hedge fund. But that's a lie. Real wealth is built in the $1,000 increments that most people consider disposable. According to a 2023 Federal Reserve study, the average American spends roughly $1,200 a year on things they can't even remember buying 6 months later. That's the silent wealth killer we've talked about. Millionaires don't just save that $1,000. They spend it, but they spend it on things that look weird to the average person. Now, you might be thinking, Badger, how can spending money make me rich? This is where it gets really interesting. 1. Buying back low-value hours. Most people spend $1,000 on a new TV. A millionaire spends $1,000 to hire someone to mow their lawn and clean their house for 3 months. The math. If your goal is to earn $100 per hour, but you spend 5 hours a week on $20 per hour tasks, you are effectively fining yourself $400 a week. The psychology. This is about time affluence. When you buy back your time, you reduce cortisol levels, allowing for better high-level financial decision-making. 2. The relationship dividend. Here's what most people don't realize. Your network actually dictates your net worth. A millionaire will spend $1,000 on a high-end dinner for a mentor or a potential partner. The analogy, it's like buying a key to a room you aren't allowed in yet. One piece of advice from that dinner could save you $10,000 in mistakes. 3. Niche skill micro-certifications. Instead of a $50,000 degree, they spend $1,000 on a hyper-specific 3-day workshop on something obscure like AI-driven supply chain optimization. The ROI. If that $1,000 skill increases your salary by just 5% on a $70,000 income, that's a $3,500 return in year 1. That's a 250% ROI. Find me a stock that does that consistently. 4. Preventative wealth maintenance. Look, most people wait for the check engine light to come on, literally and metaphorically. A millionaire spends $1,000 on a top-tier physical exam or high-end preventative maintenance for their primary tools, like their computer or car. The statistic. In the U.S., the average avoidable emergency expense is roughly $1,500. Spending $1,000 to prevent a $5,000 catastrophe is a $4,000 gain. 5. The comfort floor investment. They spend $1,000 on the best possible version of something they use for 8 hours a day, usually a mattress or an office chair. The psychology. If you sleep 10% better, your cognitive output increases by significantly more than 10%. Better sleep equals better trades, better raises, and better businesses. 6. Specialized software automation. They spend $1,000 on a lifetime subscription to a tool that automates a boring part of their side hustle. The math. If a tool saves you 30 minutes a day, that's 182 hours a year. At a modest $30 per hour value, that $1,000 spend just created $5,460 in value. 7. Testing micro ideas. Instead of dreaming about a business, they take $1,000, and run $1,000 worth of digital ads to a landing page to see if anyone actually wants to buy their idea. The insight: most people lose $10,000 and 2 years of their life building something nobody wants. Spending $1,000 to fail fast is actually a wealth-building strategy. 8. High-quality physical capital. They buy the $1,000 boots that last 10 years instead of the $100 boots they have to replace every 6 months. The analogy: this is the VIM's buying boots theory of socioeconomic unfairness. Being poor is expensive because you have to keep buying cheap stuff. 9. Psychology of environment. A millionaire might spend $1,000 to join a co-working space where other successful people hang out, even if they have a home office. The strategy: proximity is power. You start thinking like the people you see every day. If you see people making $500,000 a year, $100,000 stops feeling like a ceiling and starts feeling like a floor. 10. Distressing the small stuff. They might spend $1,000 to prepay all their small, annoying bills for the year. The goal: cognitive bandwidth. When you aren't worrying about 15 different $20 subscriptions or utility bills, you have the brain space to spot the $10,000 opportunities. Look, the math doesn't lie. Wealth isn't just about what you keep. It's about how effectively you deploy what you have. If you have $1,000 sitting in your account right now, don't just let it sit there and get eaten by inflation. Ask yourself, which of these weird ways can I spend this to buy back my time or upgrade my mind? Stop making the same average mistakes. Upgrade your mindset, $1,000 at a time. If this video gave you a new perspective, hit that subscribe button. It's the best free investment you can make for your financial future.